guys, Kelly here with Warren First 931, and as I promised, it is Women's History Month, and I wanted to interview some top dogs, as I say, in the power force of women, and one of them being the Chief of Police here in Warren County, Nichole Mosley. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great, and thanks again for letting me interview you. I just, with all the strides women have made in all the years, whether it's Warren County or wherever, I just thought it was so neat when I heard there's going to be a woman as Chief of Police. So take us back. How long have you been in this position so far now?
Okay, as far as Chief of Police, it's been 3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
Okay.
It was 3 years in January. So.
Okay. And you were, I don't know how the process of becoming Chief of Police, but I'm assuming you were a police officer beforehand. How does that work?
I started on patrol in 1995.
Okay.
So I've been with this department be 29 years in June. So this is the only police department I've worked for. So I started from the bottom and I worked my way up to the top. So
and then, when you heard about what did they like when the chief of positions open? Do you apply for it? How did that work?
Yeah, they had posted it when Chief Denton was going to retire.
Okay.
So I applied for it, and there was a couple others that applied as well. And then, of course, we have to go through the interview process, which I hadn't been
background check, right?
Well, they knew my background because we were
right.
But yes.
And so, did you ever think in a million years that you were going to be the chief of police?
Not when I first started at all, because when I started back in '95, that's just something in this town that females didn't do.
There wasn't a lot.
Right.
And I remember and correct me if I'm
department.
wrong, there was a point in time where there was petitions out a lot, like, hey, if you're a female, and they were petitioning for more female.
They were asking, for some, and I was working as a youth services officer at that time.
Okay.
And they were like, hey, why don't you come apply, So I did, and I was hired, and it just started from there, and I was the only female there at the time, and it was tough back in the day, but trying to fit in, so it worked out well.
And with that said, when you found out that you got the chief of police, how excited were you?
I was just, I was very excited because it's something I never saw or even thought about, doing. But when it was announced that I got it, I thought that's just great. I thought it's a good example for other females, you can achieve this.
Yeah.
You work hard enough, don't be scared,
Mm-hmm.
and this was a first for McMinnville,
right.
The first police chief is female.
Yes, it was.
So, and, I've had a really great 3 years in this role.
And so with that transitioning, being in 3 years, has it been a smooth transition? Have you enjoyed have you had a good time so far?
Yes, I have. Of course,
I know it's a double-edged sword because... But yeah,
it's different because back when I got it, we were in the middle of COVID. We were short.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
There was a lot going on. Family issues. My mother had passed, and there's a lot went on, and we was trying to get the personnel up and being able to transition back with from COVID too, along from that.
Pre and post COVID.
Pre and post.
Horrible timing.
It was so. Most of my career has been in investigation, so going from that to this, more administrative. I wasn't too sure about it, because it's challenging, but I really enjoyed it, and it's working out well.
And as far as the community goes, and the you're still involved with the community?
Yes.
What do you do?
Yeah, well, I go to different clubs. I'm in Rotary and the Evening Exchange Club, and I'm director, I'm for the 6th district at the Tennessee Association Chief of Police, in Nashville. So I'm, director there, and go to a lot of the community events. I have kids here and grandkids here. Go to ball games. I used to coach ball a lot, but I don't really have time anymore.
Obviously not.
But we still enjoy getting out in the community and going to the different events and stuff.
Oh, that's good. I know I've seen you at a couple events, between here and there. Mm-hmm. And, I always ask this, too, with anybody I interview, as this position every year keeps going, is there something you want to see something change in the future?
I'd like to see, as far as policing,
Uh-huh.
more people wanted to get involved and,
Right.
and be the police. You know, we've had gone through a transition where
Right.
people, it's hard to get them to want to be the police.
Oh, I know. COVID did that with a lot. Not,
right.
It wasn't just restaurants and grocery stores. It was everywhere.
It's everything, and then pay. It's
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're in this profession, it's not because you want money.
No, it's because you love your job.
love
You're
your
doing
job,
it for the
you know,
love of
yeah,
it.
and so it's a calling.
Yeah.
So but we'd like to see more people get involved, and that's why I was wanting to target, like teens to see this, and that's why we started the Teen Police Academy.
Yeah, which I talked to Detective Eddie Caldwell about.
Right.
Which again, if I remember correctly, it's going to be the first week of April, right?
Yes.
April the 1st through the 5th.
Right.
And so if you need to get in your application, you can go online, whether it's through the police department, or I do have a quick link as well on our page. But tell me, and Eddie talked a little bit about it too, but tell me why it's so important to get these kids that maybe wanting to be a police officer, to get them in the Teen Police Academy.
It's so they see what we do, because there's a persona. People don't really have a clue what we do.
Correct.
And I think once they get involved and they come in and see, and we have that connection with them, and that's why we have a Citizen Police Academy, the adult one. We've had that for a while.
I've been in that one.
And we're community oriented, so we want that. We can't solve crime without our community.
Correct.
And it takes everybody working together to, have a safe community and everything. And the younger people, they need to see that we're there to help them.
You're not the bad guy.
We're not the bad guy. There are laws that we have to enforce and stuff, but that's the way it is. But we're here to help.
Yes.
And you need us in your worst time. That's who comes.
It's so true. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if anybody ever needs any information, or if they have like a concern, or they see something pop up, who can they call? What's the number?
The number, you can, like, say if you want to call dispatch or non-emergency line, it's 668-7000.
Right.
Or
which I've called several times.
Yeah. Or you call up here, the detective's line, 473-3386.
Okay.
Our main line, 473-3808. We don't currently have a tips line. Since we're in a different place than what we were, so we don't have that.
And the non-emergency number is kind of like a tip line, anyways, in a sense.
Yes.
And I say this to everybody. My rule of thumb is if you can't remember that non-emergency number, call 911.
Exactly.
Because if you think it's an emergency, it's an emergency.
Right.
Everybody's different. But thank you so much. You did so good. You too. And with that, because I know I'm going to play this week, real quickly, taking off the chief of police hat, putting on, Nichole Mosley hat. I want y'all to tell everybody about Bologna Day, because I just think we should talk about it. I'm so sorry, because your grandparents used to own Fraley's.
Correct.
And and I just got done eating lunch with Ivy Hillis and them, which started Bologna Day.
Right.
Or Bologna and Cheese Day.
Bologna and Cheese Day.
Bologna and Cheese Day. In the windows of Fraley's furniture.
That's exactly right.
So Ivy was telling me, and he's going to correct me if I'm wrong, but he would say that they would eat bologna bologna, cheese, and crackers sitting in the window, and people would kind of give them like this weird look, and they'd be like, "Come on, let's just talk."
Yes.
And that's just how it started.
That's how it started, and I was a child. The inside sliding up down that banister at the steps inside the store. And they'd be eating bologna cheese. Of course, I'd go over there and get
some too.
Yeah. It just grew from there. More people started coming in, wondering, what's going on, and until it got so big.
And then they went to the Capitol, right? Because I know, like, as a, some people got in the bus for Bologna Day and went to the Capitol, and then people are meeting at Begonias, which is now the old Fraley's building, to eat a bologna sandwich.
Right.
And I just thought how honored I was. I even told him I said, I feel so honored to eat a bologna sandwich with you. We
had those big display windows,
Yes,
so there was
did.
Plenty of room.
I remember those windows.
As a kid, I'd stand up there and act like a mannequin or something, people would just walking by, but we had.
And in speaking on behalf of what they were saying, like Miss Gillis was saying, he's like, what it used to be and what it now is, Begonias. It's just amazing how McMinnville downtown has grown and flourished.
Yeah, it has.
And I know a lot of people in other counties are like trying to piggyback on what we've done, which is great because copycatting is the best form of flattery. But I always remember how Fraley's was, with, like you said, with the big windows, whether it was a parade or the roads cut down, there was always the Fraley family or friends sitting in these windows watching people.
Yes.
And I just absolutely loved it. I was like, man, I wish I knew that. I wish.
We welcomed anybody.
I know, after I know that now, and I wasn't even bashful then, and I'm not now, and I was like, why didn't I just tap on the window?
Yeah, we would have said, come on.
I know. But like I said, thank you so much for letting me come in and harass you for a bit. I know you got a meeting to get to, but anything you need from me, and I know anything I need from you, I can call you anytime.
That's exactly right.
All right. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.